Hello everybody, welcome back to 12v Mobicool Campervan. So today we are going to be properly installing our fridge, which we bought when we were down in the New Forest. Now, we had a problem when we went down to the New Forest. We still didn't have a fridge or a cool box for our food. And I was trying desperately to find one where we were in Bromsgrove and down there, which I did find a little cool box, but it was in the towers down at Netley. And I thought, this is a bit dodge. So Mum goes there and says, oh yeah, well, after your fridge, 20, your cool box, 20 quid. I think it was only a 20 litre one, and it was filthy, and the woman was rude, and Mum didn't even know if it worked, so just said no. So she took it back. And then I got there, and I was like, well, there is this like 12-volt fridge nearby. It's only up for 30 quid because it's not working on 240 or something. There's a noise coming from it. And guess where it was? It was in Hedge End, which is literally where we were. So it was almost perfect. We wanted a 12-volt fridge, but if you know your campervanning, you know Narrowboat, you know 12-volt costs a lot more than 240. So we were just going to get a cool box for now, but and then invest in a fridge later. But then we came across this and I was like, oh, we don't really care if it works on 240, we care if it works on 12 volt. Let's just go and have a look, because this fridge is worth £300 at retail, so it's only 10% of the price, which is ridiculous. Get there, works perfectly on 12 volt, bit of a noise from 240. I think they're totally different compressors anyway, built in. And we see if it works perfectly fine. And yes, we bought it, and it is great. And he was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about selling it as 12 volt, because he would have made a lot more money, so didn't see us coming. So yeah, the fridge can be powered on 240 or 12 volt, but of course we only want it on 12 volt. Maybe in a really hot summer it might be worth putting it on the inverter in 240, because, you know, that was the problem with Cool Box. The Cool Box was only cooled down like 18 or 15 degrees below the outside temperature, so it was 30 degrees outside. They're only going to go down to 15, which is useless. But this is a fridge freezer, and it's not just a fridge, it's a freezer. So it's a hybrid, which means it's going to be very cool. And it weighs about 21 kilograms. Yeah, it can even cool down to minus 15 degrees because it's got a slider on it. Obviously the more you slide up, the colder it gets. But it doesn't say what temperature, it's just a little basic slider really, so we have it on the lowest setting. The energy efficiency is F-rated, and that's not very good at all. I mean, when we were down in the New Forest, I don't know if we mentioned actually, I don't think we did, but the fridge actually drained the batteries, which was quite funny. But we did have it on quite a high setting, and there wasn't much solar. So we have to have it on the lowest setting, because it is very, very powerful. And like I say, it's a Mobicool B40, and yeah, it retails at about £300, so we got a cracking deal on it. But anyway, in this video we're going to be finding a location for the fridge and building it in, making sure it's secure, put a little shelf in for drinks next to it, and we'll also have to wire it in, because we're going to use that thick Arctic cable we put in for the 240 when we first started fitting out the van. We're going to use that because we don't have any other wire, and we need a thick, strong wire because it's 12 volt and you get voltage drop, and it's got to come quite a long way from the batteries. So we need a thick, strong wire to power it, and we've also got a little 12 volt socket we're going to put in the back as well. Anyway, let's get on with doing it. Of course, as we know, our fridge is getting in the way in the kitchen. There's nowhere for it to go, it's too big. So Dad had come up with the idea of having the fridge come out on rails out the back. You just put it out, go and get what you need, and go back in the van. And then I was thinking, what if it's pissing down? What if it's dark? You know, what if you're just making a cup of tea and you just get something out of the fridge quickly, and then you got all the way outside, open that door, pull it out, open the fridge, all the way around again. So I don't think it's practical. But I was playing around with the idea of having the fridge underneath Mum's bed being able to open it from inside. So you can't do that with the lid lifting out like that, of course, there's not enough room. But I've turned the fridge sideways so it opens up like a traditional fridge, and there is just about enough room. What I have to do first is I have to remove this beam in there just so you can have control. So you have to slide it along a bit. I think that's just screwed to the floor, but I also think it might be screwed in the bathroom as well. It's not going to have to do it. Trouble is, this is almost our battery. Great. Okay. Funny because both the batteries are dead, and Dad's actually using the big drill driver. You still get these ones though in the bathroom though. Oh, I don't know how, but it's found strength within itself to try and pull it out. This last little descents. Now all we do is slide that along as far as it will go. It's just perfect actually. Won't go any further than that, and that's to leave all we need. No, it's not. It wouldn't be, would it? Okay, that's alright, we can just replace it with a short bit of wood. Right, if I do it to there, you can see that wedges it in, because obviously I'm going to have to bit things in, like it does behind it, to stop it moving. But I didn't bit these screws in, well I did, probably sometime, but not this time. It's already in there, so it's perfect. I've got two batteries, I'm sort of juggling them. So one's on charge with the inverter, and then once this one runs out I'll go and get that one. So this is the second battery, and I managed to get this in now, as you see. So the wall is secure again, and that stops it moving side to side. Put in something behind it now, maybe that better. I found the longest piece of stud work I could, and it's literally the perfect length. It sticks out further than this, which is the furthest part. So if I wanted to, I could properly box it in, you know. So I've got also look how it gets just underneath, like literally perfectly underneath these rings. So I just want to make sure it's level. So that is about 4.5 inches. Right, so I got it straight, 11.5 inches, centimetres, sorry. I switched to centimetres. See if I can get the roundest number, you know. Right. Oh, this is pretty damn secure now. I mean, you can lift up like that, but it's not going to tip. I go back and forth a little bit because there's a little control switch that needs to open up there. So it needs a bit of room at the front, which I'll show you now. Yeah, so there's the fridge. Opens up, perfect. And the control switch is just down here. Pop that out, and then you can just about get your finger in there to slide it up and down. You know, just enough room. Yeah, just enough room. It's annoying, but it's what it is. But that fits in there perfectly. It literally couldn't have been any more perfect. So I've made everyone. I've made a shelf. That'll go in here. Yeah, as you can see there. So that will, because obviously you can't use this space because of the wheel arch. I've built this thing to go on top of the wheel arch. And what that'll be for is for Coke and drinks and stuff like that. So I'm going to get that installed now. It's a very tight fit, which I suppose is good in some ways. The shelf is in. I'll just hold there for a minute. How I'm going to be attaching this is pretty simple. I'm just going to drill 2 holes here, screw it in to the side, and then I'll do the same on that post there. Got to drill these holes, otherwise I'll split the ply. And probably this if I drill this close to the edge. Now we do this side. So I'm getting through, is it? So I've got this bit of stud work. Now that fits absolutely perfectly under there. I just had to cut it to 7.5 inches now and slide it under and it'll support it. I could probably do it from behind actually. I need to do this anyway if I want to stick it. So I'm going to do this instead. I've got the off cut of that bit of wood I just cut. I'm going to put it underneath here because it's just not going to work like that lengthways. And then I will cover this joint up here with a bit of trim in a minute. There we go, that's sandwiched in nicely and that will support it. Just going to put a bit of I'm running out of wood, all sorts of wood, I'm running out of all. So this is a bit of cladding, I'm going to go in here. You see I put a bit there to stop things rolling out that side. So I'm going to put a bit here. And this is a bit of old cladding that I've just taken off the floor. Yeah, I've just taken it from there and put that there instead. And did that. Yeah, that's that little bit there. So before I put that side bit in, I want to put a back bit in here. Fucking strip of wood. I've really got to pack up this rain, it's getting really heavy. What a fucking mess. Honestly. Right, and there we look. Now we've got our little drink shelf, and if I'm right, it should be able to fit two. Wow, literally perfect. You can fit two 2 litres right next to each other, and a third or 4 on top. So you can fit 4 drinks in there. Brilliant. We're starting to wire the fridge now. We're going to use this Arctic cable. Yeah. This is our 240 cable, but why are we using this?
Makes a difference. It's multi-stranded. You can use it for 240 as well.
12 volt.
12 volt. Yeah.
So that's going to the inverter. It's not. Remember, we put this in.
Pull some through now to go up to the plugs in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to drill a hole, or no, I have to go to the back because you don't want to pull it all through.
Okay.
No, just pull a bit more through because I want to make sure we've got enough for the 240. A bit more. And a bit more. Right, now I need to cut it because that'll be your cable that will go up to do your 240. Be enough on it? We're doing a little bit more. A little bit more. Right. With a wire cutter would be even better, wouldn't it? Black handled wire cutter. That's my feeling is in the van.
Here we go.
I've got to find those stickers and put fridge on it.
This is going to the 12 volt distribution board, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that means I didn't take the plinth off, take it underneath, don't I? The wires
Yeah, you should be able to get it. Oh, you can't get it underneath, no. Might have to pull some more through.
So we got our cable there now. This is our 12 volt socket. Go to the back of the van. This will power the fridge. And it's also got 2 USBs on it that we can use out the back as well. So for charging our phones out the back.
Can't find the plug-in socket now.
Gangster, gangster.
I still haven't got any of these wire cable clips. So
No.
you?
No. Wire cutters.
You hear that one?
Yeah. Looks like a busy A road here, look.
Oh,
Dual carriageway.
so we use those two there as a positive. We got that thickness then, and that will be our earth.
Yeah.
We can always earth it to the back here as well if we need to ground it to the chassis at the back to give you even better ground. As long as you shave a bit of the paint off, you'll be alright. But because of the length of the cable, you don't want to get too much voltage drop. So I'm using these two as, I'm completely ignoring it as a 240 cable. It's just a 12-volt cable now from the 12-volt fuse board. So that's our positive now. And then that should help with the voltage drop then, see? And then that'll be our negative. Too big! Yeah, I'm hitting the screw. What? There's a screw that goes in, isn't there? It's a bit higher than that. Yeah, but now it's not going to be above. Well, I don't know what you want me to do. Take the screw out now then. Oh, yeah. Huh? It's just constant from the moment you start in the morning to when you finish. Here, and then as soon as I go out and have a break, someone comes out with a ticket. Hammer action. It's one through. What? It's one through. Yes! Did it! Right? Whoa! Whoa! Look at how the screw box went up front. Is it in boxing angle? Yeah. You're the one who's going to box, not me. Right, so we screw it up, plugged in. Now I just need to do the other side. So there's our ground, and that's our positive. And this for the fridge? Yeah. Yeah, that should do it. And then you just switch it on. But your fridge isn't plugged in anyway, so. Yes, it is. Is it? Don't need to test it. There's a blue light on it. On the fridge? No.
Alright, so that is our new fridge installed, and I gotta say it is amazing. Like, we went shopping the other day and we just turned it on, put all the cold stuff in there while we looked around at a place, and yeah, it was great because it will stay cool. And it does work on its side. That's the only thing that was worrying me, is if it works on its side like that, but thankfully it does. And I've got to say, we've got very lucky with this fridge because it's absolutely perfect, and I cannot believe how it fits underneath Mum's bed, you know, because I don't know if you saw, but the door hinges were literally like a couple of centimetres away from the bathroom wall. If they were a couple of centimetres closer, they wouldn't have been able to open. So it was ridiculously good how that worked out, really. I'm very happy with it. The only thing I don't like is obviously it's right on the floor. You can't see what you get and you have to get on the floor to get what you want. But it beats having it outside, and that is literally the only place it could have gone inside the van. So I'm very, very happy that I got it under there. The last little space I had. So there, yeah, it was great. And yeah, I think it will do us for a few years, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very good for the summer. It's going to beat a bloody cool box, I'll tell you that. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. So yeah, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.